Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the call. Welcome into the Facebook Live. And if you're watching this in replay, thank you so much. It is Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I am going to be getting started in just a second with my partner this morning, Mike Weiner. He's been invited into the call. And we are just about to get started. I want to welcome into our Facebook Live our ever faithful Facebook Live watcher, David Storm. And there we have it. Hey, good morning, David, and welcome, Mike Weiner. How are you this morning, Mike?
Hey, Julia, I am doing awesome. Good morning. How are you?
I could not be better. I am ready to rock and roll. It's been a fantastic, relaxing weekend for me. So that brought me right into wanting to get started on the nose at 9 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I want to welcome in a big group of people. Of course, David Storm Ruffin out of Chicago, who is our faithful friend, but also Randy Sweet from Pennsylvania and Bobby Planchin, who is in kind of a northern Baltimore area. Both of you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Those are two entrepreneurs that I'm very impressed by. If you guys can drop in what your business is. Oh, and Craig Holly, good morning. If everyone wants to drop in what your business is and where you're watching from, we would really appreciate it. Good morning, Weston. Oh, we're going to be talking about Weston today. He doesn't even know it and he jumped on. I want to thank you all. This is the Entrepreneur Corner. This is the Monday morning Kickstarter. This is the Monday morning get started with your sales managers. Oh, hi, Brandy. There's Brandy this morning. Oh, my goodness. It would not be a Monday without Brandy, who is our Mary Kay consultant, and David Stromruffin, who is Mr. Proximity. Oh, Brittany. Good morning, Brittany. I'm so glad that you're here. Mike, this morning we're going to be talking about controlling your message. I've got my go here because I'm going to be highlighting this a little bit today. But Mike, can you talk to me about what that means to control your message? Because you, I think, are the king of controlling your message.
Wow, how do I follow up with that, Julie? Good morning, everybody. I'm very flat out excited about everything. As far as controlling the message, there's really three parts to this, and I'm going to do it a little bit different. You need to ask questions. You want to have a message, but you know what? You ask questions to your client to find out where they're at. Secondly, it's got to be something proprietary. When I talk about NRG, which is my full service networking organization, which can help grow your company exponentially, I talk about that. I don't talk about a leads group or a networking group. I talk about a full service networking organization, which will absolutely explode your business. That's proprietary to NRG. And thirdly, I want it short and sweet. I want people to come back and go, well, can you tell me more? Can you expand? A lot of times folks will just kind of diarrhea the mouth. They'll just kind of dump. And that's not the way to do it in sales. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should be listening more. Exactly. Now I feel like we're on Sesame Street here, but
no, I felt more like an airline attendant, a flight attendant.
And where's the exit on this call? No, just kidding. But anyway, you want it short and sweet, and you want to make your point, and people respect that. We're in a very hectic, busy, crazy world, and you want to be able to get your message across. You want to have buzzwords in your mind before you even talk to somebody. So those are kind of my 3 tips. Ask questions, have it proprietary, and keep it short and sweet. And I think if you do those 3 things, you're going to be a lot better off. You want to be different from any other person in sales. You want to be a selling professional. You want to be a business owner. You want to be articulate and professional, but you don't want to be too articulate that you're over the top and it's not relatable. And that would probably be my 4th, actually. I've learned that, I'm very high energy. And over the years, I've actually toned it down just a drop to be a little bit more relatable. How often, Julia, do you talk to someone, you're like, they're so smart, but can they give me the playbook on what they just said? You know what I mean? So I think being relatable is really important. Yep.
I think what you're saying also speaks to using jargon. Words that are specific to your industry would be considered jargon. So you don't want to get too jargony with people. Immediately what comes to mind, of course, is in Weston Trussell's business, he's in video, would be something that would speak directly to maybe high-tech words. For David Ruffin in Chicago, as an entertainer and as a travel person, he might be talking about specific things that have to do with sound systems in his DJ business and his entertainment business, or maybe stuff about airlines that people would like us would know. And of course, with Brandy's Mary Kay consulting business, all I can think of is her using words like tight line in reference to eyeliner, and people going, I don't know what a tight line is. That a tight rope? Tight line, what is that? And we have some new people here today. Brittany Love from White Plains, Maryland. I'm super duper excited to have her on this morning. She and I just connected, and she's a consultant. So Brittany, I'm sure you've had that experience too, where you're using jargon words and you don't want to do that. So Mike, when you're saying control the message, you were speaking specifically in terms of when you're talking to people about your business. Is that a face-to-face? Is that an email? Tell me in what context.
You know what? It's face-to-face or it's over the phone. You know what I found with email? Email, when someone asked me to send them an email, whether I was selling copiers back in the day or doing NRG or doing a C or whatever I'm doing, you know what? Email can be a big procrastination thing. A lot of times people want an email as a way to get you off the phone. So
Okay.
I've had members call me and they're like, well, can you shoot them an email? And I'm like, well, tell me a little bit more about them. I would rather conduct that through a three-way text if they're not open to a phone call initially. Most of my calls are phone calls. I start with the phone call, old school, you know, the way you and I were trained back in the day to make the phone call. So I really
Right.
like, are we on Airline Julia today?
It's hand motion Julia day. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. The airline book will be coming out. But I think, you know, you want to be able to do it by phone. You want to be able to do it live, and you want to keep it succinct and short and simple so people relate to you.
So I'm going to change gears on you, Mike. I love your message. I always do. I love what you're saying. To me, it really resonates. I'm actually going to speak about something a little different. I'm speaking about controlling your message when you're doing lead capture and when you're prospecting. So I'm talking
Okay.
specifically about mobile and social media and online. And I learned this from someone who I really want to highlight today, Tina Malsom. Tina is a coach and a consultant, but she's also a mentor to me. And she was the first person who I ever heard talk about specifically focusing your efforts on controlling your message. And she actually, I wasn't even thinking about it till right now. She actually went as far or goes as far as having individual business cards about each aspect of her business, so that when she's speaking specifically to somebody who maybe she's talking to them about a product or a service, a business opportunity, a networking event, whatever it is, she actually has an individual business card with just that message on it. And then she focuses on sending that person to a specific website or lead capture page. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Mind Me SMS text message marketing that has lead capture in a second. But she specifically talks about that. The point that I learned from her was that, let's say that you're at the grocery store and you're talking to somebody about well, in my case, let's say it's my antique shop. And I'm talking to them about how I have a very large selection of Pyrex, vintage collectible Pyrex. I know this is very specific, but this is what I'm talking about. If you're speaking with somebody about one aspect of your business, in my case, let's say it's Pyrex collectible bowls, they don't want to go to my website and see stuff about the furniture or stuff about the the consulting that I do, or they don't want to go to my website and hear a conversation with. They want to hear about the Pyrex, right? Because that's what I was talking with them about. So I know
Exactly.
that's a really interesting demonstration, but it just blew my mind. I kept thinking to myself, wow, how many times do we talk to somebody about one thing, and then you send them to your website and you're showcasing everything and they get confused and bounce out. So, or your Facebook page or your lead capture page or whatever it is. So controlling your message speaks to a couple of different things, right? So it speaks to specifically what you're saying when you're in front of them or when you're in email or when you're talking, but it also speaks to where you send them. So Mike, in your case, I just kind of thought about it. One of the things with one of Mike's business network referral group is his pinball concept, which we won't go into detail today about, but that's what his concept is pinball. So if he's trying to educate somebody on that, maybe he has a special web link or a special page that he wants to send them to that it's a full description of pinball. What do you think of that idea, Mike?
No, I think that's great. And you're right, because you want to talk with someone about one topic. At my NRG meeting, someone will talk about one thing and then jump to something else and jump to something else. And the message is now blurred. It's mixed. It's ambivalent. And, the person that they're talking with, they've lost the whole message. So you're right. You want to stick with one, maybe have a point where you can send them to a video. And I'll talk about that in a couple of minutes as well, or a website. But you want to keep it all consistent. We're in a fast-paced world, and if you start jumping around too much, your whole message will be lost if you jump from copiers to document management to shredders. Stick with the copiers if that's your industry. That was my old industry, so I picked that one easily. But no, you're right. You want to keep it very consistent for people and not jump around a lot. You want to keep it coherent, very clear.
Isn't that an amazing thought? So Brittany just commented, and I want to welcome Chuck Howard to the live as well. But I do want to say that one of the things that really occurred to me was that we really talk a lot nowadays about being socialpreneurs and being what do I always say that I am? I'm blanking on the word that I always say I am, but I am a serial entrepreneur. Whew, there it is. So when you're a serial entrepreneur and you've got 50 different things that you're juggling, or in my case, not quite 50, but it feels that way sometimes. In that case, maybe I want to focus on one message, and that message being specifically about a product or a service or a way that I help. Now, for me, I kind of inverted the messaging. So because I have so many different businesses, I wrap that around marketing. And then under that umbrella, I will talk about a specific tool. So I might want to send somebody to a specific page on my website. If you're someone who has maybe one business but several products, maybe you want to focus on sending them to a specific page or Facebook page on your website. So that was really a big thing this morning, and I really am excited to talk about that with everybody. At this time, I want to change gears a little bit and do a little bit of recognition. Mike and I, of course, will always be talking to you about these topics, and you can reach me by texting Julia, Julia, to 26786. You can reach Mike on his Facebook page, Mike Weiner, or by looking him up on Facebook under Michael Weiner or calling him directly. But I want to change gears right now and stay on course. Mike, you actually had some people who have been doing some stellar things with and for you this week, and I am really excited to say that you actually have some progress on your beautiful website, and you actually have a fantastic website sponsor. Mike, take over. Tell me a little bit about that.
All right, so I'm going to go through this quick, but everyone, when you get a chance, our new and improved and still expanding website is networkreferralgroup.com. One F, two R's, networkreferralgroup.com. We have Renee Wiley with State Farm, who is our first NRG website sponsor ever. Really excited about Renee. She's doing a great job. She's in my Towson group. We have Weston Trussell, who is a videographer. He's in my Rockville group. And as of Saturday, he has stepped up to be our second website sponsor. I also want to give Weston kudos. We had a 2.5-hour meeting on Saturday at a diner that will not be disclosed, but we had a great time, great food. And Weston's making some huge headway on the website. We now have Google. I forgot the term, but we have a Google presence now as well. And Weston's also helping me with the NRG University. We've started with 10 videos, and that's huge. Videos have really taken over. I want to recognize Trish Kirby, who's been my NRG vice president for several years. There's quite a few initiatives that Weston and I came up with that Trish is now implementing. She's doing a great job as my right hand on the back end supporting. And also want to recognize Lisa Weaver, who is creating a government division for NRG. This is super exciting. We're going to have government groups in Maryland and Virginia. Lisa is one of the top selling professionals that I know. Just class act, very educated, very smart, but relatable. And we talked about that a minute ago. And Lisa and I are teaming up with the government to do government groups. So folks that are interested in targeting the government will be there. So it's kind of like baseball, Joy. I've covered all 4 bases. Very excited about all 4 of those individuals, and just wanted to thank them for their support, their energy. And I feel like I've been doing this 18 and a half years, and NRG is getting ready to go have some incredible growth. So I wanted to thank all 4 of them.
Exciting.
Absolutely.
I also want to welcome Doug Butchke to the call. Doug is the owner of a networking organization that's also in Maryland. And I want to welcome Carmen all the way from England to our Facebook Live this morning. And I'm wondering if we might see Orlando. This is off topic, but I think our friend Orlando might have hopped over the pond, as it were. So I'm excited to see everyone on our Facebook Live this morning. This is truly magical for me and Mike. So Mike, I love what you're saying. I love the recognition you gave Weston, Trish, Renee, and Lisa, who's starting the government group. How exciting is that? And I think that's amazing. That really truly does speak to our message this morning, right? Which is staying on track with one message. Really cannot say enough about that. So I want to talk a little bit about what I was saying. Good morning, Jesse. I wanted to talk a little bit this morning about controlling your message, and I wanted to do a little bit with my recognition. So I really want to recognize Tina. I just mentioned her a few minutes ago, Tina Malsom, who absolutely educated me on what this topic is and how important this is, and I can't wait to lift her up. She just blows my mind. It's good for a woman to have a woman mentor, I think, and she's really done a lot for me. I do want to talk about a review that I want to share with everyone today. We're going to have Mike do his book review. I usually talk about a tech product that I've found that I really just love. I will be talking, good morning, Gina. I will be talking a little bit about MindMe. MindMe is a great little tool that I found. Everybody had been asking me for years about text message marketing and what that was all about. Well, I've been able to integrate my Bluetooth technology tool, my Acervia Go, my Go 400, with a really cool SMS text message marketing tool where when someone lands on a page, when I send them to a page or when I actually direct someone, I can either direct them through a keyword. I told you all earlier, text Julia to 26786. That's Julia to 26786. Hi Vance, good morning. Or you can text or you can just email directly. Everything is going mobile, and you can see my mobile page, and you can see that it's a landing page, a lead capture page. I have video there, and I can custom program that. So I want to share that with everybody. I have a special offer for any of you that are watching, just a secret little special for you guys, which is a 7-day trial for $7. So I can't wait to share that with you. If you're interested in learning about that and you want to just take a look without having to take a deeper dive, you can check out Everything is Going Mobile, and then you can actually ask me about the $7 trial, because it's really cool, and see how it would work for you so that you can get a keyword that resonates. Like Doug could be Doug, or Brandy could be Brandy to 26786, and you control that message. In fact, when you get there, you're going to see a little video of me, because I love doing video, saying, hi, this is Julia, and we just met. So that's a really cool thing, and I just want to do that review, how much I love that. So let me know if you'd like to try it out and sample. Mike, can you tell me what review you have this morning? You mentioned the book, and it's one that I grew up with, one that is extremely close to my heart and my head. Tell me a little bit about your book. What is it?
All right, so the book review for today is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Helmstetter, and that's Helmstetter. It's a book I know Joy and I both read several times, and one of the things that really stands out in that book is up to 77% of what you're saying may be negative or going against you. You wake up in the morning, you're like, it's too hot, it's too cold, the Orioles lost, it's going to be a long day, I've got a 12-hour day. All that stuff is working against you. And I'm going through a whole law of attraction course with Raphael, which I've been doing for over a year now, with an amazing session Saturday. And it's amazing because you really need to watch, if you have a goal, use the word I'm seeking instead of I want. If you just say I want to the universe, it does it. The universe, oh, he wants it. But when you use a word like seeking, it's a whole different concept there. So I would encourage everyone, read that book and change what you're saying to yourself. You don't even realize what you're saying in your brain or out loud. And both of them can really take you down the wrong path. It's Monday morning. Julie and I are here to inspire you guys, to motivate you guys, to get you off on a kick-ass, rock and roll, amazing week. It's going to be a great week. The weather's beautiful. It's sunny here in Maryland. And you know what? Watch what you say. Come up with your own positive affirmations. If you have trouble with that, I'd be happy to talk with you. Call me, email me, text me. We can come up with personalized affirmations for you. I've done it for myself for years. They work. And, you know, you want to guard against saying things that are like that. If you know someone that's negative, don't talk with them early in the week. Wait till Friday night for that. You know, get through
Wait for Friday. Happy hour friends.
Exactly, because you won't remember the message anyway. So, you know, you need to really, I learned a long time ago, there's 6 inches of gray in that brain. You got to protect that brain. Nobody else is going to protect it better than you. And, you know,
that is so true.
You really need to do that. So I would definitely encourage you. That's one of my favorite books. Julie asked me this morning, what's your book, that recommendation? And that's it. I would definitely encourage you, get out and read that book. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
It is really a goodie. I have 2 quickies. I want to welcome Kevin Marino. I'm honored that he is on the call. Kevin Marino is the owner, one of the 3 owners of Servia. So I'm thrilled that Kevin is here. And I'm thrilled that Carmen is commenting. Hi, David. Hi, good morning. So Shad Helmstetter, that's his name. I couldn't remember.
Correct.
I knew the book, but I couldn't remember. So is he the same guy who wrote the End of the Sidewalk poems? Is that the same person?
I think that's different. We'll have to confirm that.
Okay. I was gonna say, now I'm fascinated. Now I'm gonna have to do more research.
I had a phone call with David Ruffin last week. We'll get David to research that when he's researching music for everybody. How's that? We'll put David on that project. But I don't
David,
know offhand.
Poor David. Yeah,
hey, David,
he actually was showing me some tech tools. I can't wait to highlight David Storm Ruffin one more time. So, okay, so we've done our recognition, we've done our reviews, we've talked about our main topic, and I want to go back and I want to hit on our previous topics, and then I want to talk about our upcomings. So in the past, we've talked about forecasting, and I want to bring that back to everybody. I'm really hopeful that you've been working on your forecast. I know I have. We've also talked about some other really amazing topics. Mike and I'm trying to look here on my little note sheet. We've had a challenge contest to come up with your named accounts. I know that that David has done that, and some of my named accounts recently. I am really excited to say that my named accounts, I'm going to show you some business cards, because I actually went out and did some cold calling and went and saw them. Stained Glass Pub, which is a little local restaurant that's been around forever in my area. It used to be called Joe Theismann's. Then this is a kickboxing studio, a vape store, a rage room, and a title and tag and title place. I'm not going to say where all of those are. And then also another named account of mine is called Backfin Grill. And I am really excited to put that out there in front of you guys, because when I do that and I proclaim it out to the universe and I say what it is, just like Mike said a couple of weeks ago, really name your named account so that you know where you're going, you know how you can get there, and you don't know who knows somebody there who might put in a good word for you or help you get where you're going. Mike, could you give me a couple of your named accounts?
My named accounts are actually some of the sport teams right now. The Orioles, the Ravens, the Blasts. We're trying to get them involved with NRG right now to do some different events there and so forth. So I've actually picked on some of the sport teams right now. 3. Yep.
Baseball,
right. Football,
the Orioles, the Ravens, and the Blasts. And actually, for the Ravens, we definitely have a couple of really good connections, don't we, for the Ravens? That's amazing. Okay, we also had some prize winners from the NRG Network Referral Group last event, and we're going to be getting together with them. Mike and I, good morning, Jenny. How are you this morning? Mike and I are also talking about doing a boot camp. I want to kind of tease you guys with the boot camp concept. We're going to be coming up with that. It's going to be really unusual, different than any kind of a boot camp that I'd ever been to before. That's going to be in the coming months. Our next challenge, of course, that we've been talking with everybody about has been to submit to us your 10 named accounts, why you want to contact them, who they are, and if you can get their contact information right off of LinkedIn or from someone that you know. That was on the agenda. Upcoming in the next couple of weeks, how to specifically refer someone, and what to use as a message, as well as what medium to use. We're also going to be coming up with something, this is so exciting, creating your own dream board and vision board. We are super excited about that. I'm hopeful to have a guest on that episode as well, so that we can talk to someone who's ultra creative. We're also going to be talking about some new things in the upcoming weeks and months about how you can save on solar, if that's something that is an interesting topic to you, commercial solar, some other things like that. We have talked about the science of getting rich, some other books. We've talked about Bitly. We've talked about some other products and services. And at this time, we're getting to the very, very end of our call. Mike, can you give me a nice wrap up for people to look forward to this week, specifically related to controlling your message, and maybe a little challenge if you have something? And then I want to announce what I'm going to be doing every day with everybody on Facebook as well. So Mike, what's a challenge that you have for everyone this week?
Well, the wrap-up tip, I love what you were talking about before. I think everyone should take a 3x5 card and write out 3 to 5 words. You know, like for me, it's full service networking organization. It's catapult your business or explode your business. I think have a 3x5 card, so when you're making phone calls, you've got it right there. So you're on track. We talked about scripts before, but I love your idea about the card, Julie. I would recommend everybody do that as well. I think the challenge for this week would be for the folks to send in a message to you and to me. What are some of the buzzwords that they use? What is proprietary to what they do? You know, it's I don't know, whatever it is. You know, we've got cutting edge technology due to blah 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 blah. So come up with something that makes your industry proprietary, because if you can't, your competitors can, and they're gonna take the business from you. So I think that's really, really important for everybody.
So I'm writing that down. Buzzwords, tagline.
Yeah.
And that is a really great challenge for everybody this week. So thank you, Mike, for that wonderful challenge.
My pleasure.
We're down to the very last minute. It's 9:29, and I'm going to invite you guys to do something really cool. So this week, I'm going to be doing daily accountability calls. And it's actually going to either be a Facebook Live or a Zoom. Everybody has to vote and tell me what they prefer. And it can either be one of 2 times, either morning or afternoon Eastern time. I have that on my Facebook wall, so you guys can vote and tell me what you want. But Mike and I do accountability calls, and we touch base a couple of times a day. I want to start out with everyone doing an accountability call, and we can do once or twice a day. I use a specific sheet. I know I've shown it to you all before. I have 23 things that I work on every single day. I give myself a daily grade. I will explain how an accountability sheet works if you want some assistance with that. I'd be more than happy to do it. The accountability call is open to everyone. You don't have to be a VIV consultant or an Acervia consultant or an ASEA consultant or an NRG member. You don't have to be any organization member or business owner. This would be for everyone to touch base about accountability. We would love to hear what your goals are, what you're doing to achieve those goals, whether you're doing the 50 in one day or the 10 in 10 days, the cold calling, or whether you're doing named accounts, or what you're doing. But we would love to be your accountability partner. And Mike and I have decided to do this every single day. He and I talk, but this is something that I'm going to do with everybody. Mike, of course, will be there if he can be, obviously, because he is a kick butt accountability partner. Let's just put it that way. He's one guy that'll keep you on track. That is absolutely for sure. But get back in touch with me. Let me know what you think would work best for you, and we can talk about accountability partnership. I want to thank everyone who jumped on this morning on our Facebook Live. We had another amazing, diverse group of people. I'm just blown away by you wonderful people who are excited about your business, who are excited to make more money, who are excited to talk with others. Please reach out to each other. Remember, even after we're off this Facebook Live, there will be other people who are watching and viewing the Facebook Live. So please add your business name, where you're located, your contact information, so that other people can connect with you. Make new friends with the people who are on this live. We are truly a wonderful group of people. I'm looking and seeing all the names and all the folks, and it's just amazing. All the happy, wonderful people who are excited about their business. Mike's tip for today: to write down your buzzwords as well as to start your day with a bang and think of your positive affirmations. Please reach out to Mike if you want some assistance with that. He's really helped me with that over the years. Good morning, Dee Bode, and I'm glad you were able to join us. And if anyone is watching this in replay and wants to comment or add to it, we just welcome your comments and your content. Mike, can you share one thing and we'll do a wrap up and I'll say a big goodbye? Give them your contact info, please.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Mike Weiner. I'm the CEO of Network Referral Group, NRG. And by the way, we won the SBA award a couple years ago, back in 2006. My cell number, best place to get me, is 443-756-9656. Again, 443-756-9656. I look forward to hearing from you. If it's after hours, go ahead and text me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have an awesome day.
That is fantastic. Thank you once again, everybody, for viewing live or in replay. I am Julia Flynn Werre. You can reach me by texting Julia to 26786. Julia to 26786. We still have people joining us, Mike. I'm just delighted. Good morning, Edward. Thank you all so much for your support, your love, and we welcome hearing from you every single day. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Have a great day, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.